This song almost never happened. Not because of some disagreement or weird external drama, but because I couldn't figure out where the song wanted to go. I had the intro, I had the first drop, but after that it was like hitting a wall. No matter what I tried, the arrangement just felt wrong. And in the end, it all came down to this little guy. It turned out that this little arpeggio melody was both the culprit and the key. But to understand why, we need to go back to the beginning. Back in January, I got a DM on Instagram from Finnish singer-songwriter Mirkka. She asked if I'd be interested in a collaboration and sent me a couple of demos. One of them was called Stay, and I loved the vibe right away. What do you think?
I think about the promises, I hear them in my head. 'Cause love right now got me falling apart, and I can understand how these were your words. Stay, when we stay, we stay.
I mean, to me, this demo was basically begging to become a progressive trance track. And luckily, I already had a perfect starting point. A beat I'd made a while back. Check it out. And once I dropped Mirkka's vocal on top, things really started to click.
It's past midnight, round 1:45. I'm reminiscing of the love that we knew.
Hearing it like that made the direction pretty clear to me. I wanted this to become a progressive trance track, short and focused, like 4 minutes tops, with an emotional breakdown for contrast, a build-up for tension, an instrumental drop, and a huge final chorus. So the first thing I did was start building out the foundation of the track. And after adding a few layers, the pre-chorus started sounding like this.
I think about the promises, I hear them in my head.
And once that was working, I added some chord stabs to drive the chorus. And in the full mix, it ended up sounding like this. Then after the chorus, the track drops into the breakdown, where everything strips back again.
Memories flash of the night that we kissed. You showed me magic that I'll always miss. Took me dancing.
And honestly, up until this point, the track came together pretty naturally. But there was one section that turned out to be way harder than I expected. The build-up. A good build-up needs to keep increasing the tension without losing momentum, right? And that's exactly where I was struggling on this one. My first attempt sounded like this.
Stay, when we stay, we stay. Through the storm and the rain, we stay.
Yeah, that just wasn't doing it. I mean, the sound felt a bit out of place for a progressive trance track, and instead of building tension after the vocal chorus, it kind of reset the energy. And I needed something with a bit more punch, so I decided to try a different approach.
Through the storm and the rain, we stay.
Okay, that was more in line with the vibe of the track, but it still didn't feel right. It's kind of lacking in some way. And anyway, so I kept on experimenting and I tried a lot of different variations. And I won't show you all of them here because that would take forever. But eventually I got so stuck that I realized I needed to take a few days off. Turns out those few days became almost a full month. Anyways, when I finally opened the project again, I heard it build up differently. And suddenly the solution felt obvious. The problem was that I'd been thinking about the structure the wrong way. The vocal chorus wasn't the end of the breakdown, it was actually the start of the build-up. And with a few mixing tweaks and sound design changes, the arpeggio I had discarded earlier suddenly worked perfectly as a complementary melody like this. I mean, this is playing like exactly the same notes as the one I discarded earlier, just with different sounds and a different mix. And most importantly, this version led naturally into the big drop I'd been aiming for, and suddenly the whole section made sense. Check it out. And from there, the rest of the track came together pretty quickly. So that's how Stay ended up sounding like this. If you want to hear the full track, it's coming up right now. Thanks for watching.
Stay. When we stay, we stay. Through the storm and the rain. Through the rain. When we stay, we stay, we stay. Through the storm and the rain, we stay. It's past midnight, round 1:45. I'm reminiscing about the love that we knew, and I'm fading. Thought we were making something lasting, but I'm questioning it all. Saw your messages with someone else's name. You have me believing we were playing the same game. I'm broken, trust has been stolen. I thought it was forever, you and I think about the promises, I hear them in my head. 'Cause love right now got me falling apart. I can understand how these were your words. Stay. When we stay, we stay. Through the storm and the rain, we stay. When we stay, we stay. Through the storm and the rain, we stay. Memories flash of the night that we kissed. You showed me magic that I'll always miss. Took me dancing in the moonlight, made me feel like I was dreaming. You think I'm lying when you know it's the truth. Nobody else could love me quite like you do. All my secrets and my healing, ain't nobody